All right, welcome, guys. My name is Gediminas. Welcome along. Nice to see you here if you're watching live, or maybe later when you're going to be watching the replay. Hi to you too. And our today's topic is 4 steps to get the most use out of personal development. Now, those of you who've been in business for a while, you know how important personal development is, how everybody always promotes self-growth, self-help, personal development. And most successful leaders in business, they always share what impact reading books, watching courses, attending live events have had on them, right? And myself personally, and my wife Rita, we've been into personal development over the last 14 years, and it has helped us tremendously. Sometimes people ask you, how do you not run out of motivation? How do you have so many ideas, to do your content on social media and so on? It's all from personal development. Personal development will make you more resilient because it's so easy to quit. It's so easy to give up when you're not getting the result you want, or somebody criticizes you, or somebody laughs at you, or you experience some failures or rejection, etc. It's so easy to start doubting yourself and think, you know what, maybe this is not for me, maybe I'm not cut out for this thing, etc. But when you're doing personal development on a regular basis, you are constantly evolving as a person, you're constantly growing yourself, you're becoming stronger, you're becoming more resilient, and that will help you on the long run to become a better leader, to become a better salesperson, to become a better recruiter, to become a better influencer on social media, and so on. But even though we all know how important personal development is, sometimes we don't exactly do it in the right way. And that's why we might not get the most benefit from personal development that we could do if we actually followed it step by step and did everything what I'm going to share with you today. So let's talk about these 4 simple steps. And the first step is decision to purchase, or decision to invest in yourself. It may sound so simple and so silly, but if you are thinking, I think, to buy that book or to buy that course or attend that event is too expensive, or I can't afford it. What does that say about you? It basically says that I think I'm not a worthy investment. Basically, I'm not a good investment. I don't think I deserve to be invested in. Guess what? If you don't think you're a good investment, do you think other people will want to invest in you? If you don't think you're worthy of that success, do you think other people want to buy from you? Other people want to join your business and be partners with you? Well, you know the answer to that, right? So we have to make that decision that, you know what, I'm the best investment. I'm the most worthy investment, and I should invest in myself because that is the best thing I can do, right? So first of all, we have to make that decision that, you know what, I want to read books, I want to watch courses, I want to attend events, because that's going to help me to grow me as a person. And since I'm the best investment, is the best thing I can do, right? And guess what? Investing in yourself is also the most generous thing you can do to others too. Because the more you invest in yourself, the better partner you become, the better parent you become, the better friend you become, the better son or daughter you become, the better team member you become, the better leader you become, right? So it's good for others too. When you invest in yourself and you become more emotionally resilient, you become more mature, you become more resourceful, guess what? It helps other people too. So successful people make this decision very quickly. As soon as they find out, oh, there's a book that could help my business, I need to get it. Oh, there's a training that will help me become a better business person, I need to watch it, I need to attend it. Oh, there's an event or a conference or a training event that's happening, I need to be there because that's going to help me, and of course it's going to help others. So they make that decision, and decision, everything starts with decisions. Your life is the collection of your decisions. Your life is a collection of your decisions. If you don't like your life, guess what? You need to start making different decisions. Right? And everything starts with a decision. Unless you make that decision, nothing else can happen. Okay, let's go to second step. Once you made a decision to invest in yourself, the second step is commitment to participate. Now, it may, again, sound so silly and so simple, but guess what? So many people buy a book and never read it, purchase a course and never watch it, buy a ticket for an event and then don't turn up, don't attend. I remember one of my mentors shared this story and it just cracked me up. They basically did a training and then they recorded that training on a DVD disc. And people could purchase that training on a DVD disc and they would be sending it out via mail. And about 1,000 people bought the DVD disc with the training. And a few weeks go by, and one lady reaches out to them and says, "Hey, I got the DVD disc, but it's empty. Could you send me another disc because there's nothing on this one?" So they grab another disc from a shelf, put it in an envelope, and send it out to this lady. 2 weeks go by, and the lady contacts them again. Goes, "Look, I've got the second disc, but it's empty again. There's nothing there." They go, "Oh, silly lady, she doesn't know how to play a DVD disc." So they grab another one from the shelf, put it in a computer, and it's also empty. It turns out all of those 1,000 DVD discs were empty. Something happened and the training did not record on those discs. But out of 1,000 people who bought the disc, she was the only one who contacted them. What does that mean? The other 1,000 people just bought the disc and put it on a shelf, never even opened it, never even looked at it. So no matter how silly that sounds, when you buy a book, you have to commit to read it from cover to cover. If you invest in a course, you have to commit to watch it. If you purchase a ticket for an event, you have to do everything to be there, to attend the event from start to finish. Because otherwise, it's just wasted money. It's just waste of resources. And again, when you start something and not finish it, guess what? You are developing the habit of failure. When you start something and you don't finish it, you are developing a habit of failure. Do you want to be a professional failure? Do you want to have a habit of failing all the time? Probably not. So when you commit to do something, finish it no matter what, because that will then develop a habit of success in you. So second step, commit to participate, commit to read it, commit to watch it, commit to be there. Third step is then grow through concentration and note taking. Again, whenever I'm reading a book, I'm always reading it with a highlighter because I'm marking all the important ideas, all the important thoughts. If I'm watching a training or attending a live training event, I'll have a notebook and I'll be writing down ideas. I'll be writing down the thoughts and I will be note taking not just for myself, I'll be note taking as if I'm going to teach other people. And I do. After I've learned something, then I go on and pass this information. And you may be thinking, well, I'm brand new in business. I don't have a team, so I don't need to take notes as if I'm going to teach somebody because I've got nobody to teach. But guess what? One day you will. One day you will have a team of 10 people, of 100 people, of 1,000 people. And we always say, short pencil is better than long memory. Because if you just listen to a training, it goes in one ear, comes out the other ear, few weeks go by and you're going to forget it. But when you take notes, when you write it down, it's with you forever. I have notebooks from 14 years ago when we first started in business. I still have those notebooks. I can go back, look through the notes, and again, use that information, use that knowledge, use those tips, use that advice. Do you think I remember what I've listened to 14 years ago in a training? Of course not. But I can open a notebook and find those things. So when you're attending a Zoom, when you're attending a virtual training, when you're attending a live training event, always have a notebook, always have your phone open and take notes. Write down important ideas, write down important thoughts because you will stick more in your head as well. And concentrate. It surprises me all the time how people, they watch a Zoom like this and have got their phone going, they've got other windows open on their computer, and they don't even absorb half the things. Or, when a live training event, like a conference is happening, somebody super successful is standing on the stage, speaking, sharing tips and advice, and some people are in the corridor chatting, or in the corridor sitting on the phone scrolling. missing out on all of that information. So if you decided to invest in yourself, you then committed to attend it, then concentrate, focus, take notes. That's so, so, so important. And you absorb more when you take notes and then pass that information. You know, people ask me, how, Gediminas, how are you not running out of ideas to do your reels, to do your lives, to do your content on social media? Because I write everything down, and then I can make a post out of that. I can make a video out of that. I can do a reel out of that. I can do a story out of that, because I'm always absorbing. I'm always writing down all the information, right? And that started at the very beginning when we were just starting in business. You know, we didn't have a team. We didn't get any results yet. But I remember we attended one training event, and I took all the notes, and I asked our leader, hey, I took all of these notes. Could I actually share those notes with the rest of the team? Maybe it would be valuable. And she said, yeah, share it. And I shared it, and people liked it. They got value. I got value by sharing it, because I learn better when I share. So the next time I read a book, I took notes. I highlighted. And again, I said, look, I just finished reading this book. Could I share it with the team? And she said, yeah, absolutely. That's how I became a trainer. Now people pay me to come and speak at their events, because I developed that habit through concentrating, taking notes, and passing on that information. You can do the same thing. You can become a super leader when you do that. And then the final step 4 that we should never miss is then you progress through practical application and action taking. You know, there's the saying, knowledge is power, but it's a false saying. Knowledge is not power. Knowledge is potential power. Knowledge is power only when we apply that knowledge through taking action. So you can read a bunch of books, you can watch a bunch of courses, you can attend a bunch of events, but nothing still changes in your life. You're still making the same amount of money. You're still getting the same results. You still don't have customers and don't have team members. Why? Because you did not put that information into action. So whenever you watch a training, whenever you read a book, whenever you attend a conference or a live training event, you should always, after reading that book or a course or attending an event, you should ask yourself a question. Okay, what's the first thing I'm gonna apply practically? Okay, what's the second thing I'm gonna apply practically? What's the third thing? And always do something, because the longer the gap between when you get the idea and between when you put it in action, the longer the gap, the less chance is that you're gonna actually use it. It's called the law of diminishing intent. So you have to apply this as soon as possible. You know, and I do this all the time. I read a book, straight away I apply it. I attend an event, straight away I apply it. You know, a few weeks ago, we went to Poland for a company event, and straight away I learned a couple of things, and I went straight away to apply it into my business. Now, next weekend, we're flying to Singapore, and we're going to spend a week with other leaders, with company representatives, with the company owner and everything. And guess what? I'll be like a sponge. I'll be listening. I'll be watching. I'll be hearing everything. And as soon as I hear some great ideas, I write them down, and then I put them into practice, and then I apply them, and then I use them, right? Because that's the only way to progress, is through practical application. You can learn until cows come home, but if you don't use that information, it's not going to help you. So there's no point for you to become a PhD in network marketing and not apply any of this. Like, some people get into this, what we call analysis paralysis, because the more you learn, the more you realize there is to learn. So you watch one training, oh, there's another 5 trainings. You watch those 5 trainings, oh, another 15 trainings, right? And you could do this all day long and never even start taking action. That's a mistake. You should learn, apply, learn, apply. Our mentor Fraser Brooks always shows it as 2 feet. He says, personal development, action, personal development, action, personal development, action, personal development, action. What's happening? I'm moving forward. But imagine if only one foot would be moving. Personal development, personal development, personal development, personal. If you just do personal development but don't take action, you'll be spinning around in circles. And other way around is same, also true. If you just do action, 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 but you don't do personal development, you don't grow yourself, then a big chance that you'll get stuck at one level. You'll get stuck at one income. You'll get stuck at one stage, right? Because you're not progressing, you're not developing yourself. So you have to do personal development and then take action so you can progress, 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 progress. So ask yourself a question. Where are you on those 4 steps of personal development? Do you make a decision quickly to invest in yourself? Do you make a decision easily to invest in yourself? Sometimes you're just investing time. Sometimes you're investing time and money. Like this training, you're watching it for free, right? It didn't cost you anything. So you invested time. But sometimes if you buy a book or attend a training event, it may cost you a bit, right? You might have to drive there. You might need to buy a ticket, etc., right? But do you quickly make a decision to invest in yourself? Secondly, once you make a decision to invest, do you commit to follow through? Do you commit to read that book? Do you commit to watch that training? Do you commit to attend that event, right? Third, do you concentrate and take notes, highlight stuff, write down stuff, right? Or do you just watch it as a soap opera, as a TV show? And finally, do you take action? Do you practically apply what you learn, or you just gather the information and never apply it in your business? Evaluate yourself and think, how could you improve that process? Now, homework. Until next Wednesday, put 5 ads in groups. It can be buy and sell groups, advertisement groups, marketplace groups, whatever, groups on Facebook, right? Find groups where you could put an advertisement. So find 5 groups and put an ad. It can be an ad about a product, or it can be an ad about a business opportunity. Second task, 5 stories. Put 5 stories on your Facebook or your Instagram profile. Again, it can be a video story, it can be a photo story. And then 5 reels, right? So it's a short video. It could be 15 seconds, 60 seconds, 1.5 minutes, right? Either Facebook or Instagram. Add 5 reels until next Wednesday. Who's committed? Who's going to do those 3 actions? 5 ads, 5 stories, 5 reels. I hope you will. I hope you're going to apply it in practice, right? So it won't be just learning, it'll be also application. And now we're going to go ahead, and if anybody has any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer those questions for you.